Hi, this is Fred Hubbard with Fat Ox Public Adjusters. I am at the Lenkei residence, 132 Marsh Rabbit Road in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I am here to do an attempted repair video. This shingle here was identified as damaged. It's on one of the shingles that are set for repairs on an estimate provided by the insurance carrier. I'm here to determine whether these shingles are repairable. Take note that I am right off of a valley here, so depending on how these shingles are, I'm sure they weave up underneath the side there. They probably run up. This other side runs down and then is cut on top. So repairing these, we would have to pull this side in order to get up there and properly repair the roof. Obviously, we're checking the repairability now. If they're not repairable, then that would mean getting into this other side that, you know, this entire slope would have to be replaced. All right, I'm going to get into this, make sure, spin this camera around. Sorry. Make sure we're able to see everything that is happening. This is the damaged shingle. These are the shingles I'm going to lift to get the nails for this one to be able to pop that out. Okay, so I'm using the approved snake tool. This tool keeps you from going over 45 degrees when you lift everything. I'm actually going to chalk the areas that I need to pull. So I have to pull this shingle, which ends down there and right here. So I have to pull this one, then I also have to pull this one in order to get this one out. Right, because this is over top of where this one is broken, and this one has to come all the way to the valley. This one here, here's the break, so I would have to remove this one and this one, nails out of these, because the nails that are in underneath these shingles are probably in the top of the damaged one. So all that stuff has to be removed in order to get this one shingle out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my snake tool under here. All right, this one here was easy. So, being very careful, taking my time. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for any type of mat transfer, because if you get mat transfer, that means the matting from the top shingle is ripping off and sticking to the glue, you know, to the seal, the heat seal on the shingles. Doesn't look like there's any mat transfer there. We'll look this one. Looks pretty clean. Okay, so we don't have any mat transfer. What I am concerned with is, you've seen that was as far as I lifted these shingles up, right? Basically the width, a little more than the width of my fingers, okay? And we already have pieces of this lamination curling and ready to pop off. All right, so I'm gonna go up here, release these. Find a good spot to get under this. Okay, once again, just looking for any kind of mat transfer to make sure that I can hear these snapping. These things are pretty brittle. As soon as I lift them a little bit just to see the nails and look for any kind of mat transfer, I can hear cracking on the matting. And like I said, the lamination is looking like it's starting to peel off and everything else. So all right, so we have no mat transfer with these, so I'm going to get started. So I'm going to find the nail. So there's a nail here on this one. So I got to get my snake tool in there. That's why we use this snake tool. It keeps the angle down. All right, so this nail just literally just popped right through it, which kind of shows you how brittle these shingles are. I'm trying to get the nails out, and the nails aren't in there that bad, and it popped right through the shingle. Here's a nail. I'm gonna actually set my nails right up here. All right, so that's one. Oh, look at this. See, like I said, just from maneuvering this shingle, this here came loose, right? So the more I maneuver these, and I'm not even lifting these things, I think 45 degrees is the determined height that is okay to lift these shingles to do repairs. That's why we're using this tool, and I'm barely utilizing that 45 degrees, and I'm already getting damage to these shingles. I don't know if you can see this, but even just maneuvering this thing, I got a little tear in the front edges too. Right, these things are really kind of thin and worn away because this is an older shingle. So let me see. Okay. All right, so I'm going to try to continue here, even though I am creating some damages. I'm looking for that next nail. Found it. Let me get this. Yeah, I can't even get the nails without breaking through. That's an issue, because that means these shingles that I'm removing are going to have basically big holes in them, which that is technically considered damage, because we can't nail back in them spots. For one, the nail head is not going to cover, and for two, if we try to nail back in the same spot, the nail actually won't hold very tight. You can't re-nail into a same hole because of the wedge factor. That's what utilizes the strength of the nail, is that original wedge. Once you break that, it's no good. So trying to get these nails out. All right, there's one. Okay, so I got two nails out. Like I said, so far this piece of lamination ripped off. Now this is ripped off because I was working in this area. Yeah, I'm not even going to continue with this, because every time I move a little further, something else is damaged. This here is considered damage. What's going to happen is this is going to get blown up and creased. We can try to seal these back down, but that sealant that comes on these shingles is designed to last for 25, 30 years with these warranties and stuff. The stuff that we're using to try to seal these back down does not do that. And even though this roof is older, it still probably has some life left on warranty, which that comes into play. So this stuff here is hard to fix, and that's considered damage. And like I said, I also got a little bit of breakage here. Now once I start actually putting nails back in, you're going to get more breaking in that front. Even though I'm using this snake tool, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to try to be careful. We are going to go back into the same hole just because I don't want to create any further damages, and we're not actually pulling this all the way out. But so snake tool is designed to put these nails back in, but it does fit against the front edge of the shingle here. All right, I know you couldn't really see that one because of the angle of the camera, but I want to show you this one. Where's that one? Here it is. I'll show you this one. You can see here the way this is designed, it kind of sits right against that edge, and it's a little tough to see, but same thing, it's hitting that edge there, and as soon as you touch that edge, it's damaged. I know it's a little tough to see in the video, I'm sure, but you can see that kerf there. The granules all popped right off and that bent in. So in my professional opinion, this roof is definitely not repairable. These shingles, let me turn this back around. These shingles here, like I said, I barely manipulated this one here. I mean, I took out 2 nails, and I'm sorry, the nails were from up here, and then this and this popped loose, right, from this one, from grabbing the edge to try to lift up to see nails and look for any kind of mat transfer and stuff. You got a little breakage here, right, went from where I was putting the nails back in. That was right here, I believe. Yeah, that's where the nail went in, right there. Oh, you got right here, you got a little dent, right? So there's definitely damage happening. I don't think it's going to be possible to repair these shingles due to the age and the condition that they're in. Once you start to manipulate them, they're being damaged. They're losing the seal. They're getting, you know, little dents and stuff from hammering. You're getting, you know, you're getting breakage there at the front edge. So yeah, I think we can replace this. I want to come down here. So over here is where they did a they pulled a shingle to, I believe, send out to, I guess, ITEL or somebody to determine whether or not these shingles were able to be purchased and replaced and all that. I know that this shingle is discontinued, so they were trying to find a match for it. But I do want to come over here and point out, like I was showing you up there, from manipulating this shingle, I noticed this on the way up. This here is detached, and obviously debris and stuff under there, which makes it looks like they tried to actually seal it, right? There's some, looks like some old glue right here. That's detached. A couple of these are loose. You can see I can kind of get my fingers under there. These are all loose and detaching. So, you know, that damage is happening, and this was done, I'm not sure when, but it was done either weeks or months ago. But you see it's definitely some damage, and once some more strong winds come through, like, that thing's gonna rip apart. So that's what's gonna happen. All right, so yeah, in my opinion, this roof is definitely not repairable. So that will conclude my video. If you have any questions, I will shoot you some emails, and you'll have all my information to contact me. Thank you. Have a good day.